CCNTV, bringing you captivating news since 2019.
Hello, 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 and hello again. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, the captivating Christian, otherwise known as any other names. But today is Tuesday, and we're here to today is Tuesday, and we're here to do what we do every Tuesday: is talk news, politics, and some other shit. Brother Nate, hi, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a good week.
I'm doing quite well. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, hopefully you've had a great start to your week. And we're here to talk about the start in last week after we departed, since a whole bunch of other shit has happened. Hopefully your waiter or waitress has come around with your drink of choice. Mine did. And don't judge me. Right? And it's gin bean, pineapple, and some other stuff. It tastes really good. Just a little mixing, and great. We can get started. What a difference a few days makes, right?
Usa.
All right. Hey, Elisa, what's going on? Hey, Diamond Cluster, what's going on? Nice to see you. And hey to everybody in the balcony chilling. All right. So without further ado, before we get to the funny play around bullshit, we're going to talk about the real bullshit that's going on in this here opening of 2026. And Lord, they done shot, killed a white woman. Another white woman got popped. By a white man this time, though. And by an officer. Well, an alleged officer. I'm not.
And he couldn't say it was because she had tinted windows.
Right. Of course, but he was afraid for his life after she had already left from where he was standing. So I'm confused. I'm going to say this. The more I've watched these little tapes and skip bits of this whole situation, I am really much convinced that this is all about the male man ego.
Yeah.
That's it. This is about male ego and their idea that they are superior upon anybody else. And the fact
in
that
essence, it's a temper tantrum.
Yeah, really is. It's a kid having a tantrum and wanting his way. And at this point, white women, I'm gonna do a homage to Ghost. Molly, you in danger, girl. They don't give a fuck about anybody other than themselves. And if you cross them, they will end you. So you can stand behind or under the umbrella of whiteness or the whiteness protection of the white man all you want, but do note that that price, when you cross it, you will pay. So I just, I'm just like, of course, you feel bad that somebody had to lose their life, and in a senseless way, because you didn't come there for her. And the fact that these ICE agents or this made up government assault on communities are able to use the same privacy kind of homeland security information that they've been using since 9/11 that George W. Bush enacted. They were snooping into your privacy and your cell phones and actually getting to pinpoint where people were. They're using that same information to pinpoint a lot of times where these people are kind of concentrated and then just popping up in these areas. This is not we just have this concentrate of violence and whatever this area. No. They are pinpointing people's locations and their different things using social media and other guys that, of course, George W. Bush enacted to protect us during the 9/11 crisis. So there we are with that. And I just feel like at this point, let them handle that. We've been trying to warn them for eons now. There is no protection there. They will come after you. Hell, they don't mind having their own kids slaughtered in school to protect the fact that if they want to carry a gun, they feel like they should be able to carry a gun and nobody should tell them how to carry a gun, who can carry a gun when it comes to them, and what kind of gun they get to carry. They will allow their kids to be murdered. So what makes you think you any special? What makes you think you're any different? And the fact that you don't see other white women going out and protesting and saying, hey, this is egregious, this is too far, I'm confused. But you asking, where are we? Where are we for what? We told y'all need to handle your own people. Hell, another white man had to tell y'all that the threat of domestic terrorism will come from inside the house. Well, bitch, we in here. We in here. We ain't do nothing but cleaning up. And the terrorists is the ones that, quote unquote, own the motherfucker. Master going around here terrorizing motherfuckers. And y'all just letting them go. Letting them go just freely. Now, that man should have lost his job. He should be arrested. Yes, because he was not there for that woman. But his ego got bruised, like a lot of them do when they're interacting with us. When we tell them, no, I'm going about my business. There's no reason for you to stop me. There was no reason for you to pull me over. There's no reason for you to even ask for this information. No, when we do that, their egos get bruised. And what do they do? They turn to violence. And then they want to talk about how the threat was high. I didn't see a threat. Now, would seem like to me, if you got PTSD because you almost got hit before by a car or a person's car, why the fuck would you be out here doing that shit anyway? So I'm trying to understand. Why are you making that face? Oh, you made a face.
I was laughing at a comment.
I'm trying to understand. If you have an issue with PTSD, why the fuck are you out there? But again, this is what law enforcement.
That's because the job he used to work at is closed because of his boy, and now he has to go work. That's why. Right. That's why he's there. He hope he get that bonus that he won't get. Right.
But that's a lot of the problem with law enforcement to begin with. A lot of these motherfuckers are mentally ill. They have a sickness,
right?
Whether it's from being out there in war zones or whatever the fuck it is, they have issues. So it don't take much to light that fire. And instead of y'all getting these motherfuckers off the motherfucking street and getting them help and sitting them down somewhere.
Well, with a lot of them, you can't get them help. They have crackerism. It's just it is in their DNA. I lie to you not. They all, on some sub level, function in the same manner, especially the males. But you see it in the females too, because they have you see that whiteness pops up, and you can see it.
Otherwise known as Karenism.
Right.
for those of you like, what are you talking about? Otherwise known as Karenism and Kinism. Those are, and hopefully that helps it bring it home for you. But yeah, that's the issue.
They think that they think they're the masters.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to people of color.
Right. They think they run the whole damn show. And you can't tell them what to do. You cannot, and especially when they're on people. And this is the kicker, which I feel a lot of white men get hurt by, because they know that they have that their whiteness and their superiority, if they think so, in this whole totem pole has secured and safeguarded white women. Then definitely when white women oppose them, they definitely feel slighted. For sure. And that man felt very slighted. Because as we listened to the other conversations, there was nothing going on that warrant any of that. Like you telling her, get out of her car, but you weren't there for her. She happened to tell you your dislike for what y'all were doing, but y'all move along. If y'all not there for her, why would she be wrangled up in it? But again, y'all have this thing of showing, oh, we're on the authority of the president. We're on the authority of the president. Who cares? Like these governors and mayors are saying, if you have no warrant signed by a judge, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Because that's what should have happened in the first place. Either a federal judge should have signed it to begin with, these motherfuckers, or it shouldn't have been no deal whatsoever. But again, they're so thirsty to show this thing of force and we're power and don't mess with us or we'll come after you, that they don't care anything about following the law by the letter to ensure that, hey, yeah, if something does happen, we're covered. They don't give a shit about that. They don't care anything about that. But then they'll jump in the news and try to spin it like, oh, well, she's married to an immigrant, or what the fuck does that matter? Well, what is, even if she was? And again, this is all alleged because this is all, trying to spin it to justify a cop getting his feelings hurt. The woman told him she didn't particularly care for it, and to get the hell out of her neighborhood. And not to mention, her son was also not in the car with her because he had got out the car to film them, but was also about to get in the car before she, let me get the hell out of here.
That was her wife. That was her wife.
Oh, really? Oh, my
bad. That was her wife.
That's crazy. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. The lesbian comment.
Yeah,
but see, on the basic level, when men get new toys and they get to dress up and play soldier, I don't know why they glamorize combat.
He does it. The president does it himself. The president does it himself.
Knowing damn well that knowing the boots, them feet hurt. Okay.
Yeah, and you're not built for that life. You're not really built for that life. You're built for it because you think sending soldiers out is something. Telling people you're going to attack them is some big show of strength. No, the strength is the actual person with their foot on the ground going through the shit. Because then they trying to figure out that they hopefully get home. Go ahead.
Has anybody in the chat ever had a confrontation with a white male and then they get so blustery and they all up in there and they all puff and puff, and you looking at them like they're crazy, and they realize that what they're saying and what they're doing doesn't phase you, that they have no control. That's what these people are doing now.
Yeah.
That's what these people are doing now. Because white men do that shit. They huff and puff. Well, I can do this because I'm whatever. And then they start throwing. Well, I can do, and because I know so and so, and I've been handed down. And it's like, I don't care. You can huff, puff, and pump your dick for all I fucking care. Because when it gets down to the basic, if you fucking touch me, bitch, I'ma kill you.
Right.
That's it. Right. That's all. That's it. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, like there's video going around. This white man was standing, I think it was like a bar, an outside bar venue. White man was standing on the steps talking to some other people, and a black man, his white friend, were coming up the steps like around him, and you can see where as the black man was trying to go around, he slightly bumped the old white man. But he, you know, how you look back and you say, you know, excuse me, you can see where the black man did that and said, excuse me. And that white man literally ran up to him and kicked him. Kicked him for touching him. So that black man walked up to him because he went back and, you know, started talking to his people. He walked up to him and kicked that man straight in his chest. That man flew off the steps. And I said, yeah, but you deserve, and then of course, then, you know, all the white women, oh my God, but no, you deserve that. Because how do you think that you have the right to then, because somebody, you know, touched you, although the man did say, excuse me, that you have the nerve to just put your hands on somebody and don't think that you ain't gonna get the wrath of God on the return.
Right.
Again, these are the same old white men that as kids watch their fathers, grandfathers do the type of crazy shit to black people. They want to go back there because to them that was safety. That was, oh, look, you showing your power. Ain't nobody fooling for that now. It's a whole different ball game. So yeah, they will continue to hide themselves and shield themselves and cover their faces while they doing these ice raids, because that's the only protection right now that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And that ain't gonna last for too long, because I'm telling you what I know. Sooner or later, they're gonna start knocking on people's doors and they're gonna come up missing because they're gonna be bodies on the ground.
Oh yeah. Come on to Baltimore. We'd love to see you in Park Heights.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Nobody's gonna really put up with this shit where y'all just coming in the wee hours of the morning asking for people. You don't have the proper address because you don't really have the actual up-to-date data from when the last person, whoever you're looking for, was there. So you're kind of just fishing in the wind to try and figure out, okay, is this person here? You're going to find up getting yourself in trouble, and there's nobody that's going to help you. Nobody's going to help you because you popping in.
Yeah, because that happens. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, that happens all the time. They always have the wrong information, old information. They go on Google like everybody else.
Right.
And search the name. And that's exactly what happens.
That's it.
Exactly what happens.
You sitting up
Person
here.
had lived there for 20, 30 years. Person probably dead.
Right. You doing these random raids and these kind of raids that you're doing where you pulling people out their cars and shit. You only doing this shit to women. A lot of those raids that you're doing where they just pulling up on people, they're women with children and shit like that. You're not doing
and
that.
they're causing the accident, a lot of accidents.
Right. Yeah.
They will purposely run into you, hitting damaging cars and snatching people out of them.
There's who's paying for that damage? Because it sure ain't the White House. Hell, the Fed chair done told Donald Trump, keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. I done told you those numbers are not correct. I done told you. Because again, he's another one. He wants you to do what he wants you to do when he wants you to do it. and he wants yes people around him. I'm not understanding how you people don't get it. The man wants yes people around him. His numbers are tanking, so he's looking for stuff to make him look good, and he's trying to push this. Oh, the number here, there, and everywhere, and the Fed chair is like, no, that's not true. You did your renovation. Your last term, those were your numbers from the last time you were president. This is not that time. We are here. This is what the numbers are. And now they want to investigate him. He wants the DOJ to investigate the Fed chair. Let's see how well this goes.
Mm-hmm. He gonna be opening up a lot of shit.
Yeah, that was sometimes like you put the wrong people in. You think you put the people in power that, of course, you can control, and then on top of that, you put them in places where in which they really got the thumbprint on everything. They can crush you by one raise of an interest. That's it, and make everybody reconsider their vote and want you to fuck out of Dodge. Why you like you don't get it? You're not that big, man. Like you're really not that big. Now, of course, we talk about his wanting to go after Iceland, his kidnapping of the political leaders that we talked about from Venezuela just to go after their oil. But there's other ways to do that. There's other ways to do it. And I guess, taking their beef and sending them money for the beef was a bit of his negotiation. But then because he didn't get what he wanted, he's gonna take the president and first lady and kidnap them. Because I don't believe they kidnapped sitting up in no jail nowhere. But okay, gonna kidnap them and then tell the people
they're in the hotel.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They in one of the Trump hotels just chilling. But then you're gonna tell the people of Venezuela what? Oh, you don't have anything to worry about now. Now you can go back home while we stifle your oil. Come on, man. Like, I'm just not. Nah, we just no. We just no.
Yeah, y'all remember where we were this time last year? Biden was still in office.
This is what I'm saying.
We were scooting, trying our best of keeping us out of recession, and this motherfucker fucked this shit up in no time. As soon as he got in office, bullshit the first day.
Well, what a lot of Republican supporters fail to understand and realize, if they ever just wanted to take a little dip back in memory lane for every single president that we had in the modern age, every time a Republican president is president, we wind up in a recession. Every single one. Every single one. So I'm still trying to figure out where the theory works.
Right, eggs still high.
We end up right, eggs and other shit is still high. Remember, groceries.
Oh, speaking of high, look. Let me tell you this real quick. I burn oil, okay, to heat my home.
Yeah, no.
And I fill my tank, right? It normally runs about 400 a fill. I have a 150 gallon tank. That motherfucker was almost $700. I said, look.
No, listen, I can understand. Electricity is high.
It's shit.
And people talking about some bill and shit. You still pay it right now. You haven't seen your bill jump $300 and $400 and $500. It's crazy.
It was crazy. I looked at that shit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, my ass ain't moist enough to pull those kind of dollars. All right. What the hell is this shit? I'm looking to see if something like a service or something, you have automatic service every year that just automatically pops up. And I'm looking at the price, but the price of the oil was $4.77. Mm-hmm. Last year it was $5.35. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait a minute, These motherfuckers, they eat me up on these charts, with the delivery fees and all the rest of that shit. You're not converting anything over or anything. Why is this shit so fucking high? I was like, fuck.
Crazy. It is really bananas.
Bitch gonna be cold next year. Shit. And it ain't like we were running it hard, even though we had much colder days in the beginning, like in December. Right. We usually don't get anything like December's weather until February. But I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's been
I had to go find me. I'm gonna have to be a homosexual. Go find me somebody go shagging with, because I can't afford to keep this motherfucker heated.
It's crazy. I mean, it really is crazy. It really is crazy. The electric bills and things are crazy out here.
Oh yeah. Jump back to the shooting. When I first heard it, and they just said a woman was shot, and the first thing I thought about was, damn, they shot some black woman up there, or some Ethiopian. I said, because they just treated her like trash. So to my surprise, I said, they actually shot a white woman? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But then a few weeks during New Year's, when the guy Keith Porter over in California had gotten shot by the off-duty ICE agent. Now see, this is what they do too, because they've always, these white men think that they run everything. Whatever it is, they know everything. They run everything. They're the protectors of everything. He was just out there bringing in the new year, like a lot of people do. They do it around here. They'll shoot, shoot the guns up in the air and stuff like that.
Right.
But him trying to police, which he is not.
Right.
But that motherfucker will walk too. I wonder if they whisked him away like they did that other guy that shot that girl. Because they moved his whole family.
Yeah.
They moved him and his little Korean wife. Or Orient, I'll say Asian. Moved his wife. I'm being honest because I don't know.
I'm saying, of course.
Not to be smart. They do that. Not to be smart, but Wing Wong Ching Chong, it's all the same to me. Anyhow, but when they said, "Oh, he wasn't at fault," how is he not at fault?
Right.
She did nothing threatening. Oh, well, she was driving the 4,000-pound weapon or whatever. He should have been standing in the front while she was trying to turn, because obviously you could see that she was turning. Right. They could have rolled around. There was enough space in the street that they could have went around her. Why did they do that? Because they chose to be confrontational. Right. And this is what, because see, they're running around with hard dicks. Okay, straight up. When that dick get hard, that's all I want to do. A dick want to do what a dick want to do, even if it's wrong. Even if it's wrong. Think that they control everything. No, motherfucker, your dick little. You better have some tongue skills or something. Or big fingers. But it was crazy. Yeah, because it was you said she was flagging cars around because there was another car that was turned the same direction before hers.
And she flagged, and they were talking the car to go in front of her. So it's like, if she flagged the car to go in front of her, what would you like? Obviously, she wasn't a threat, and y'all waited till after that happened to then want to open fire on her. Like, it's fucking crazy, fucking ridiculous.
And when her wife's video showed that there was a back window was open, and I kept hearing about a 6-year-old, I was like, oh my God, I hope the baby wasn't in the car. But it was a dog in the car. That was, because they had just dropped the baby off. Because all you would hear is that, she's the mother of a 6-year-old, but she also has 2 other children. Right. Now, I'm assuming that of course, that it would just be logical that the wife would have the 3 kids.
Right.
But her youngest son, now both of his parents are deceased because the father had died some time ago.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it is just,
and that part is crazy.
Oh, you know what too? They evidently some reporters saw the photos that were taken, I guess during her autopsy, and they just said it was horrific. The whole thing was just horrific.
Wow.
And during the actual, I guess, removal of the body, while they were waiting for the ambulance and things like that, because they said she was dead. She was dead. There was they couldn't do anything for her.
Dead on, she was probably dead on sight.
But this is what now when you hear old Jewish people, well, there aren't too many of them left, but you hear them talk about the Gestapo. This is what they're talking about, and this is how it's starting. But the only way it's going to clear up is if they handle it. That's on them. Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
But now they know how everybody else
have
feels.
To get involved. And states and governors have to get involved and really put their foot down on having that type of atmosphere in their states. And if there's ways you go around it. There are ways you go about it. They have to have actual warrants for these people. You cannot just go picking up random people. They have to have physical warrants. So we're not gonna praise certain parts of the Constitution and ignore others when it don't suit us. No, if certain Caesars, we have to make sure that we're following law. So follow law for everybody. And if you're not following the law, get the fuck out until you get a warrant signed by a federal judge of that state to go in there and actually do what you need to do. Then you don't need to be in there, because obviously y'all don't know how to control yourselves.
Because right there they're acting like a terror squad.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can come to Park Heights. We'd love to have
you. Anyway.
Yeah, because especially if it came around here, say maybe like 10, 15 years ago, them boys be out there. Look, they be out there because they want to play.
Right.
That's some scary shit. Because they be looking for
Speaking of some scary shit for Darnell, Obama was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, and of course he's still mad. He's been won that. That's so old, but he's still mad. He's continuing to fume over the fact.
Why don't somebody just give him one?
I wish they would.
All they have to do is go over to Goodwill. Go to Goodwill. They always got bowling trophies and shit like that in Goodwill. And just give him one and just take his name off of there.
I just wish somebody would give him "You're a Great President" trophy. I really wish somebody would just give him that, because he's not a peaceful person. So why would they give him a Nobel Peace Prize? He causes conflict. He's causing a conflict right now. So why would you get a Nobel Peace Prize? But those are people who like you don't win one being a bully. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't win one because you think you're the strongest man in the group, because you have a macho kind of complex about yourself. You don't win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Raising hell.
Yeah, you just don't, idiot.
I tell you one thing. I wish the Reaper would give him his prize and his flower.
Now, speaking of the Reaper, just a quick health note.
Mitch McConnell?
No, not that.
That motherfucker, he ain't dead yet, because that motherfucker, he just a walking corpse right now.
No, but
he really don't look like he knows where he at.
No,
have you seen latest pictures of him? That motherfucker look gone. He looked like the guy from Weekend at Bernie's.
He looked like what's her face used to look before she walked up on out of here. The one from California.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, that was like, but you don't even know what day it is. Okay,
Is it lunchtime yet? Is it lunchtime yet?
Is Jello served? Yeah, you look about that. But the health newt of the day, the flu has reached its highest levels in U.S. history for since 25 years.
You have 25
Highest level.
years.
And you can thank your head of the health and services department for all that. But I would still say your local pharmacies or your, go to your doctor's office and get your shot, because please don't depend on these people to keep you safe. You have to keep yourself safe. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all.
and
that's for any of it.
Use your common sense that works for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And your doctor knows. Not some guy with rocks in his throat.
Your doctor should know. So, should know. All these merit-based motherfuckers. I don't know. Also,
black doctors and nurses. Yeah,
and being that it's tax season, all right, 8 states have cut income tax rates starting January 1st. So you may want to check that out and see if your state is in the.
Yeah, we not on there.
Yeah, I know.
That's
but again, a lot of that's just a ploy to get, what I'm saying, to see, look what he's doing, look what he's doing. It's like, no, it's the states doing that shit.
It's the states. That's right. They don't know the difference.
They don't. They
do not know the difference.
They don't at all.
Well, I was looking for. I was like, where the fuck, Maryland, bitches? You're killing me. You're killing me. Fucking really taxes.
The taxes are crazy. In other news, 17 House Republicans Democrats vote to extend Obamacare subsidies for 3 years.
Yay. Yeah.
Right.
Now it has to pass, though.
Yeah. Now it has to pass. So good luck on that. But
you know why they did. You know why they did that, right?
Of course.
Those midterms.
They got to. If they don't want to lose the House, they have to fall on the sword for some of these. But they work. That's the issue. The whole big thing about it is y'all created this monster. We started calling it Obamacare to make your other counterparts feel a way about a black man
about it.
Have healthcare plan by a black man, which he never called it Obamacare. Y'all did. That's the reality.
And you motherfuckers don't know the difference.
Right. And then you motherfuckers using it, but then talk about something you don't want it. You don't want no Obamacare. That's what you use the Affordable Care Act. That is what you're using. All of them seniors that are out there talking about Trump this and Trump that, they're on the motherfucking shit. And now when they pulled it back briefly for for a time, and a lot of people couldn't access their health care, they wonder what the fuck's going on. They're all at the town hall meetings screaming and cussing and fussing at their local representatives because they don't have any health care. Well, you can think whoever came up with calling it Obamacare in the first place to get y'all all riled up about some black man having health care. I want a black man's health care. I don't want that shit. Yeah, like I'm confused. I am so confused with this anger for something that you did not create. Y'all did not build this land. This land was built off the backs of black enslaved people. All y'all did was sit back, and once it was up and running, y'all was like, "Woo, all right, woo, that's done." Now we can sit here and talk like we, the superpower of the world. You didn't build shit. Had it not been for the free labor of slaves, you wouldn't really have shit. You'd still be owned by the British, and they'd be walking around here, and we'd be, saluting the king every 10 minutes. Get the fuck out of here.
And you'll be living in trailers forever and ever.
Get the fuck out of here.
But you know what it is? It's that superiority thing again. They want to be above everyone, because we could have had universal health care back in the 50s.
Child.
And
A lot of things
black,
we could have had back in the
yeah,
50s and 40s, but they didn't want black people to have it. So
have it.
anything that had to do with anything where they had to include black people, there was a no-go. So they worked around all that stuff to give out GI bills and housing subsidies to white folks and education to white folks and further education to white folks and all this stuff that they were trying to do to just exclude black people from it. So now we're at a point of okay.
Yeah. But you know what you did get? A copay. Because they figured black people wouldn't have the money for a copay.
and now some of y'all can't even afford your own goddamn copay.
Thank you.
Good luck with that. And still, through all the obstacles you try to put in someone's place to stop them from getting healthcare, they still got it. From getting education, still got it. Doing all these things, they were still able to thrive and have communities that you decimated because you didn't like the fact that they were able to even do better than a lot of your own communities. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. It's like you can't leave the people alone even if you try. People are minding their business. They ain't worried about you. But you can't just let it go.
Always peeping over the fence.
Let's see what else. I think everything else we kind of the ice raids.
Oh yeah, it was popping. Every time you turn every 15 minutes, some new shit was coming out. But I will tell y'all this too. If y'all decide to brave it and go to these protests, be careful taking your personal phones. I would advise you to get a burner.
Yeah, they are taking personal.
Yes, because they'll not only take your phone, but they'll use the data from your personal phone to track your locations.
Right. I would suggest you just sit your ass home.
Yeah, we need to be sitting home because we need to let them go out there. It's more of them.
This is not
it's
our
definitely
fight.
more of
this
them.
Is theirs. This is theirs. Granted,
even though he's trying to poke the bear, he's been poking. Yeah. And I like to poke him. Not with a bear though.
He has, but this is not where we get involved. Let them get involved in their own. Let them get, especially now that we know, no offense that she's a white woman and she happens to be gay. Let's see the white gays who vote for all this bullshit. Let's see them jump up out and get out here and protest and do all that shit. Let's see that. Let's see that.
But you can actually,
otherwise.
Go ahead.
You was about to say something. No, you was about to say something.
Oh no. You can see the difference between Kenneth Porter and her. You heard nothing about him, and her made national news,
right?
And continues to make national news,
right? Again, because she's a white woman. She just happens to be gay. But how do you shoot a white woman? And then this is what looks like to be a martyr. This is what it looks like to be a martyr, also. Yeah. I mean, but it's the same shit they did to that other white woman who didn't hear the stand down. Don't you come through that fucking window or I will blow your ass.
Ashley Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt. Keep your ass on the other side of that fucking window. Do not come in here. And fuck him, because I'm not listening to that black man. Let me get over here. I'm a white woman. And he fucking popped her ass. But he had every right to.
That's right. No, he had a flashback. Between that damn Karen that he lived next door to.
Right. But
that bitch always peeping over my fence and looking in my window. I've been wanting to put one in her ass.
The reality, even in that situation, is not only did you have the vice president who's next in line to the actual president that he was safeguarding, you had the Speaker of the House who's third in line to the presidency behind that window, behind that glass. So clearly, if they tell you don't come in here, keep your ass on.
But she thought it was a joke. She thought it was a joke. You saw it. She was laughing and smiling. She was like, "We're gonna get a beer."
Black man.
He said, "I'm going to get a beer when I leave from here," not knowing that her ass
Yeah, she got a
Was
beard.
gonna get some formaldehyde.
She
She
got
got
a beard with
formaldehyde.
Satan. That's what she got a beard with. She got a beard with Satan. So my cheers. How you doing?
And
Welcome.
she didn't even take it seriously when they popped her. And she went back. She was still smiling, had that goofy ass look on her face. Like, no, these motherfuckers didn't give me a flesh wound. Oh no, baby, there was no flesh.
That was a
Wait a minute. Grandma.
How'd you get here?
Get here.
Eddie, how did you get here? Toto. You're dead.
There's my little goldfish, Mr. Filbert. When I was 5. What are you doing here? Oh shit! I done fucking passed over.
No, bitch, you dead. You're dead. You're very much dead.
Shit, I hope you went to wherever you were supposed to go. They not just holding you in limbo. You got to wait. We gonna need you to review your actions. And you done fucked up.
We got to play this in slow-mo.
And that's that's about 5 or 6 million years of that shit on a loop.
Right.
Oh my God.
Not again. No, I'm not. Pop. Damn. Not again. Not again. Yes, again and again and again. Not rested heat. Yes, rested heat.
What did you learn?
Swim in the lake.
I should have took my ass home.
I should have listened to that black man. Yes, we know. We know it's hard to do. It's hard to do. I mean, I'm just not. I granted again, anybody losing their life is a moment. But there has to come a time where we stop being the front line for injustice and just sit back and let them deal with it. This is in essence what a lot of them voted for. So you got it. Mm-hmm. You got it. Now you're trying to wrap around. If this is what you voted for and it's happening to everyone, why is it not just happening to certain people? You kind of intended it would, and it's not.
Yeah, there's a thin line between them and us.
Yeah,
very thin, and they just never understand. For as many times as we've told them, they're doing stuff to us because we're a smaller group, or they start with the smaller group first, and they work their way up. But it's all built. Right. They waiting for you.
Right, because the reality is this, and it's this in a nutshell. Had it not been for the struggle of our people, none of these other people would be here and be able to thrive as they do. Not a damn one of them.
That's right. Deport Nicki Minaj.
Not from the railroad chinkies to any of the other groups that has ever been here. Nobody would be able, the white gays wouldn't be able to walk around here as proudly and as boldly as they do, pushing their agenda of I'm white first, gay second, but you still can't deny me my rights because I'm white. They
can hide theirs.
They can, but still they've been pushing. That's why all of this people, they're doing this and they're in this, they're doing this and they're doing, well, it's because they're pushing that you can't tell me no. You can't tell me no, I can't love who I want to love. You can't tell me no, I can't get married. You can't tell me no, that I can't do this. You can't because nobody's ever told them no.
No, that's the only time that little twink butch up.
Yeah, that's
they trying to tell him what to do. Because I'm a white man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like Bruce Jenner. I don't call the man Caitlyn. I don't. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But
no.
That's a white man who lives in white privilege his whole entire life, got old enough to then have enough money to put some titties in his chest, a wig on his head. And now all of a sudden we're supposed to praise him as the woman of the year, but everybody's okay with that. But then
that was crazy.
But there's these people in sports who going over gay sports, but y'all put him on the cover of the magazine as a woman of the year.
Right. And that was like less than 6 months, 6 or 7 months.
Yeah,
It was really quick.
Yeah,
Look, that's the only way. Look, that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why Bruce wanted to be a trans. He's a breast man. He figured out if I get my own. Wow.
Right. I don't got like it don't make it doesn't make any fucking sense. And you even have these men right now, these straight white men walking around heels and dresses and shit, and will demand you call them bam. No, sir, I'm not. When I'm looking at grandpa straight in front of my face, I am not.
Grandpa.
I don't care what you wear. I could give a goddamn. But you sitting up here with a whole beard on your face and shit, and then I'm supposed to, ma'am, who? No, I'm good. I'm good. We good on that. We're good on that. So please, y'all can miss me with this. You're mad because these trans people are in sports and it should be women and men. If y'all let that white motherfucker be called Woman of the Year, y'all okay with that? Praise him for it. Then you could praise these motherfuckers as they prance in your daughter's sports or your whomever sports and be mad about that. Because if you should have stopped, you should have stopped it then. You should have had a big argument and a big hoopla fuss when they made that motherfucker Woman of the Year when he was nothing but a man with titties. Okay, you should have had an issue with that motherfucker. Then maybe you wouldn't have to worry about other white men who would be women now joining in sports because they again lack the physical prowess to actually be part of the sport that they were in. So they figure they switch it up.
But have you noticed this with all of that stuff? Why is it always the male? You don't have the same issue. You don't have this. You don't have the same issue with females. You don't have female to male.
Right.
But the male to female in sports, they should not be allowed to play.
No,
because they're physically. Here, you train as a man. Even your training is different.
Child, that fucking that swimmer who couldn't cut it in the male and became what always come up last, and then did a Joanna Man and went as a woman and then start beating everybody, and I was like, I'm a trans woman and I just want to be go swim with other trans women. But because y'all allowed Bruce to be Woman of the Year, that made that motherfucker feel courage enough to go out and do it. So I don't give a fuck. Miss me with all of it. Miss me with every bit of it. Miss me with. I
used to wear short running shorts like that in the 80s. Those were the thing. They were almost drawers. I mean, but and you know what? In comparison to the what they wear now, what you wear now, you're damn near naked out there.
Just absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think that was pretty much it on the news front this week. The other stuff we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about on the flip side. The Yolanda Adams discussing the church.
Did you see this other? Okay, go ahead. We're right down there. I'll ask you that. I don't remember the guy's. I don't remember the guy's name. I should have wrote it down. I just don't remember. It's just he did a skit on how churches are. Heavyset guy with beard and glasses, and he did a parody on how churches were. You'll find it. We'll talk about next. We'll talk about it next week. I'll see if I can find it on here. Because I can't remember the damn man's name. But he did a skit. It was hilarious.
Well, and I'm sure it was true because of
it was true. That was the whole thing because the church is in an uproar, like for so many things. We'll talk about that on the flip.
Okay, here we go.
Drew.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
Drewski. Thank you.
Oh, Drewski. Okay.
Yeah. Did you see that? If you get a chance, look at that because that was hilarious.
The one about pregnancy, somebody get impregnating people. Was that the one he was talking about?
No, this one he was doing the actual Hanging from the
He
ceiling?
was in the harness hanging from the ceiling.
Hanging from the ceiling. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I seen a bit of it. He was talking about impregnating. Everybody was gonna get impregnated. And
Oh, that's he sure did. Yeah, it was
it's
funny.
absolutely crazy. So let's talk about it. Donnie McClurkin is in the news because, of course, there's an alleged lawsuit, because I don't even know if the person actually came forward with the lawsuit yet, but there's an alleged lawsuit on the horizon from his arm bearer, or his personal assistant, however you call it, the church in church lingo. Their armor bearer, which is the personal assistant, of sexual abuse in some nature. Now, he has out, and of course, the truth will come out, this, that, and the other, and all that mumbo jumbo, lambo bambo. But at the end of the day, and I don't even laugh. But like Yolanda Adams said, for one, there has always been gay people, and gay men in particular, in church, the choir, in the music department. Somewhere in the church, there's always been a gay, right? The issue, of course, always comes with in church, especially in Black church, where people had to suppress that part of themselves to be a part of church fellowship because it was shunned upon to be gay. And a lot of these ministers, like Donnie and others, who quote unquote struggle with living a straight life because their pants always fall down, but they don't get back up.
Who else is picking them up?
I mean, it sure ain't him. So at this point, it's like he's said time and time again, he's been on that Love, that special that Oprah did on Love, where she had all these different celebrities talk about love and their definition of love, or how they see love, or how they do. He's constantly talked about, when he's been on shows like that, or shows dealing with a relationship, that he struggles with being with a woman, that he does not know how to be with a woman. I don't know how plainly to put that to you, bells and whistles. Hey, girlfriend, he's gay. I mean, without him saying it, that's exactly what that means. It's a struggle for him. It's a struggle for him because that's not his life.
Running down the aisle.
Right. Pants fall down, they don't get up. They fall back down again because he can't. That's not his life. That's not who he is.
He is. Mm-hmm.
And again, if we're going to say that, if we're saying that God, there is no failure in God, then whatever God creates, God creates.
Right.
But we can't then say that God, created all things, but then all of a sudden that's a defect. Well, then you're saying that God creates defects.
Mm-hmm.
So which one is it? Let the man live.
No, but how dare you, especially if you're in the church and you're really into all of that, how dare you question what the Lord has made?
Yeah, but these are the same people that will judge, jump and judge, but they're the same ones dealing with it themselves. So that's why when people talk, well, the book says, okay, we're talking about a book that was rewritten by a gay king who was gay himself and conflicted with his own sexuality, right? So, of course,
he was English, wasn't he? He was English, correct? You know, the motherfuckers, they probably ain't believing no douche.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. Here we come on, y'all.
Can you imagine them? Can you imagine them running out there being D&D?
I mean, and then if we sitting up here and talking about right, he was French in a sense. But even if we sitting up here talking about,
they all stink.
You do.
Poo.
But anyway, if we're talking about religion and things of that nature, and God in a sense, it's like in any preaching of, if we're even going to go with the New Testament, there's no preaching where you see Jesus going up to people and you know, telling them that they're going to go to hell because of what they indulge in. None whatsoever. But it seems like the I don't even know where it comes from, but kind of, I'm going to speak for God. I'm going to be the voice of God and tell you what God is feeling is kind of the atmosphere in which all this shit is spewing. But yet these people live these lives where in which they are hurting and harming people. And it's just not for him. There's a lot of these ministers that are doing, they're out here fucking women, getting them pregnant left and right. And that's not looked upon. That's kind of, oh, it's okay. He's not fucking no man. I don't care that it's young girls. At least we know he you know, he finds them. It's still ridiculous. It's still disgusting. I mean, come on, let's not forget Jamal Bryant had to run out of Baltimore because of that fact. He could not keep his pants fall down and not getting back up. So
sprinkling babies all over the congregation.
This is what I'm saying.
Now,
so
how do you do it?
Like, you get a baby. You get a baby. You get a baby. Like, like sprinkling salt on some seasoning. Like, I mean, what the fuck is going on? You'll get a baby. You'll get a baby. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm not taking away from the man being advocate for the community and people. I'm not that I'm not negating. Yes, he has been a social advocate, but at the same time, he also been around here fucking on a lot of women to the point where they wasn't going to allow him to continue to be the head minister at New Birth until he got married. So I'm just saying, again, it's always stipulations with people not being able to live in their truths, and they have to conform to this kind of, oh, you got to do this. No, people live in their truth. If God is truth, let them live in it.
Yeah. But what I think it is too is it just gives the church, whatever denominations it is, you know, the multiple ones that we have, someone or some group that they could actually prosecute in the flesh. That's what I've always thought it was like. It's like, well, you don't really have there isn't a devil here in the flesh that we can actually see, but we're gonna make this group because 95% of the congregation are hetero, and we have 3 or 4 that are gay. But then they don't have the same energy for the for lesbians that they have for gay men. You see the difference there too.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to figure out is, even when they do get caught up in their situation, gay, straight, or whatever it is, they always, oh, grace, oh, the grace of God. Oh, the grace. And it's like, oh, where did the grace come from? Oh, the grace come from you fell, your pants fell down and couldn't get back up.
No, you fell to your knees. That's what it is.
And it's like, now all of a sudden it's all about grace, but nobody else could get grace before. It's a condemnation for the others, but now all of a sudden, because now you're in the shits, now of all this exposure about you, and
someone's in your shit,
or you and all these men, or somebody's deep in your shit, no pun intended. Now all of a sudden it's all about God's grace. Save me with that. Save me with that. But definitely check out that interview with Yolanda Adams. I thought it was really cool, really dope. Like she said, especially in the entertainment industry, there's a lot of gays. Speaking even of the gays, like Kim Burrell has a big issue with gay men, although they fix her hair and style her and all that kind of stuff. She has a big issue.
How can you do that?
Because when the gays actually have to be your husband, when the gays actually be your husband,
she knew. Like, she knew. She knew. She knew.
You have to know. Yeah, of course.
She didn't care because especially if he was a handsome looking guy, she didn't care because.
Oh, when you look like a ham sandwich.
But then too, because women shut up. Ham sandwich. She probably put mayo on it. But anyway, shit, I have lost my fucking train of thought. What was I saying before that? Because especially in the church, and you're a prominent figure, you're a singer, everybody's pressing you. Why aren't you married yet? Why aren't you married yet? Why aren't you married yet? You know, that type of thing. So, but she knew. She ain't want to believe it. I don't know if she thought she could convert him, but she probably thought that he could suppress it.
You could pray the gay away. She thought she could pray the gay away.
No, just because you can cook, just because you can cook and eat, that don't stop that hunger.
It don't. It don't. He don't want what you cooking. Okay.
He wants you cooking. No turkey.
He don't want what you cooking. He wants sausage like you do. Okay.
You do.
Y'all sitting over there both fighting over the
real
sausage.
Pork. He don't want no turkey links. No vegan flavor.
He want the kielbasa. Okay.
That's right. He wants what you want. That plumps when you cook them.
He wants the ballpark beef frank. Okay.
Right.
He's not playing around. He is not playing around. But I think that's where the anger comes from. Like the incident with the young woman in the grocery store in Alexandria, Virginia, or Alexandria, Virginia, I think it was. She's
screaming on the guy.
Yeah, for wearing the clothes. Who was wearing nothing but jogger sweatpants, and it's like, come on, like. Your anger because your man or you caught your man possibly talking to or with someone, it has nothing.
No, she wasn't mad at that. Have you seen his Instagram? He has an Instagram. He got an ass on him. She was mad. She was mad because she probably had to go pay for one. He works out at the gym. He worked out at the gym, got that ass.
That's not your, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, what is that to be angry about and to assault that man through the entire store to the point where now your job has been in jeopardy and in question. So now you don't have a job because you felt the need to berate some man because he chose to.
She ought to consider herself really lucky that he didn't punch her face.
This is what I'm saying.
I'd have hit her with a can of peas, but if nothing else, I'd have hit her with a can of peas.
Because if you dealt with some of the gays I know, bitch, you would have got your head banged in from the first instant of contact. Boop. Bitch, leave me the fuck alone, and it would have been the end of it.
Yep, it wouldn't have been no long video. It'd have been a 30-second clip. That'd have been all.
If that long, she would have
what she is.
blinked and turned her head and got fucked up. But
it took a lot. I thought it was a skit at first because you have to really watch half of the stuff that comes on here now, and I thought it was a skit at first. But I was like, oh no, this bitch real. she really going after him, and I guess, and he was just. I guess that's just not his character.
Yeah,
I had to shoot the ass.
I'm tired of this gay shit. What gay shit? First of all. If you not
she
around,
should have just came out and said because his ass looks better than mine.
Not even because his ass, my boyfriend will be looking at. That's probably what you wanted to say. That's really what you mad at. But that has nothing to do with him. That's everything to do with your man.
Your man.
Right. If your man chooses to look at other things that other than you, then
if he wanted beefcake and not flapjacks. That's another thing, you know.
I mean,
you can go to the gym and get an ass like that. You just have to work for it.
You sure can.
Unless you got a lot of money, and then you get some ass that don't even really look like ass. You can everybody with wide ass hips and bird legs.
That start deflating after a while, bitch, or you get infected and some shit, and you start looking like a deflated balloon in one cheek, looking crazy.
Can you imagine archaeologists thousands of years later digging up in the cemetery, and they open up a lot of these crypts and shit, and ain't nothing real on these motherfuckers. They were mannequins. He must have been an amputee or something. What happened?
Just crazy.
Got plastic nodules on their chests. They got stuff all in their lips. The shit it's not even biodegradable. Matter of fact, I think it might be radioactive. You know, damn,
It should
that's crazy.
absolutely crazy. But yeah, so that was that. Moving forward from that, everybody is talking about, of course, Pastor Scammer Jay Wilson asking for a printer. He's the most askingest people I've known in my life.
Yeah,
yes.
they're expensive, but
not really. You can buy an inexpensive. You can get an inexpensive printer.
But then too, it all depends on how you utilize it.
We went from a water heater. Well, he wanted to utilize
a water heater. Did you say a water heater?
Yeah, he asked for a water heater first. He asked for a water heater for his house, and then he's asking for a printer now to print pictures that he's got from Trademark and the Brian situation, so he can send those out allegedly.
Print so he can send out pictures.
Yes, so he can print them out and send them out to the people who was requesting
pictures. No, here's what you do. Here's what you do. Let me put a monkey wrench in that shit. If he has the file, just let him send you the file. You can watch it in vivid color. You can blow it up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing. It's very grifty. It is.
I'm still waiting. I'm still trying to get past a water heater. I was like, God damn.
Oh yeah. He'd asked for that before, but my whole thing, even my theory in that was, what do you need a water heater for if it's just you? How is your water not heating up if it's just you?
Yeah,
fast enough for you. It's just you in that big old house. So why is it not heating up fast enough?
You know you're supposed to flush it.
Yeah, but I mean, HP.
Oh, and you could have it.
Go ahead.
Repeat what you said. Repeat what you said because you were dropping out.
Oh no, I was saying the HPs are on sale. There's still a holiday kit so you can get it for $50. But you don't need to be asking. You just had a competition ishness where you received funds and you had a pot from the funds. So you have, and the contestants got whatever else was left. I'm not sure if even that was half, but whatever. So you already got funds. How are you asking for a printer now? It's a bit.
Does he have one now?
I would guess so.
Oh, motherfucker can't afford the ink. That's what that shit is. Can't afford the ink to go on that shit. What you need to do, Passer, is get a kit, an ink kit.
They have refills.
With yes.
Yeah, they have refill kits.
And what you do is you burn a little hole in the top, and you'll never have to buy any again. Even though the colors maybe not be true, you don't have to worry about that. It's really good if you printing a lot of text, black and stuff like that. But if you can't afford a printer, the fucking ink costs as much as the printer. That's the crazy part.
Well, but you just had a competition. So that's what I'm saying. And when we sit here and talk about the economy and the way things are and how hard it is for people in general, the fact that people will have these competitions, ask for this money. Now, granted, it's your choice to give it whatever. That's your choice. It's on you. But to ask for this money and then you turn around, collect the pot, then say, well, I'm the house, the house going to get their money. So you got your money for that. Then you turn around and, of course, now, I don't, whatever. You want to let people use you and up on the platform, and because they have a larger platform, you allow them to use you and make money off your back. That's y'all dumbasses. Because there ain't no way in the world. I don't care how much I want my story to get out. Mm-hmm. I'm not somebody else's platform to do it so they make money off my back. And the fact that y'all constantly do that shows a little sickness on y'all end, but that's a whole nother story for another time.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you my you got my Cash App. I need you to put my Cash App on the screen because I got to get oil for next month.
You can put your own cash up on the screen, okay? Because times is hard. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that
and to actually think that people have that kind of
owe you, but
disposable
no, the fact that
income.
they owe you, whether they do or not. Nobody owes you that. Nobody owes you that. This is not a 9 to 5 for you. This is not like, oh well, I'm clocking into work today, so you got to pay me because I'm working. No, YouTube is paying you whatever you are worth. When you hit this live button and your numbers tally up at the end of your live, that YouTube is paying you. Everything else is free game.
Motherfucker better get OnlyFans.
Else fucking free
You better
game.
get your feet.
Right.
Look, get your feet done. Do some feet. Then that way you ain't got to put out
That's what I'm saying.
no crazy shit. We don't want to see all that.
You doing
and
all this shit, you
moisturize.
might as well get OnlyFans. You might as well do that because that's what you're doing. If every little thing is, I'm getting, I need this. Oh, can somebody donate this? Then get yourself an OnlyFans, motherfucker, and do that shit.
That's right.
People
in the feet, they into dad feet.
They in the dad feet. They in the dad titties. They all shit.
That's
put them titties up. Put them titties up on glass.
And if you have special skills, put your special skills out there.
I mean, start doing something. Start doing something other than
because everybody out here just like you are. And that is a want. That is a want. That is not a need.
That's not a need. It's not. Not when you just had a competition. That is my whole thing. You had a competition where you took far more, I'm sure, than half of whatever everybody got in that pot. I'm sure you walked away with far more than enough to cover the contestants in the competition 2 times over. So much so that homegirl shook you not only for her prize money, but some more money on top of the prize money. What's her name? Heidi. Yeah, she won second place, and then she was, you keep saying my head, nigga, I'm gonna want more money on top of that. So pay me my money, or else I'm gonna strike your channel. So of course he got shook and he paid it.
And he paid it.
So you were able to pay her extra than what you gave her originally. Then of course you had far more than enough to cover whatever. So then why you don't have enough to buy a printer? Why you even fix your lips to ask people for a printer? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
You ain't got no gas in that car, better start Ubering.
Just crazy. Right.
I don't know, it might be too dangerous right now. ICE might snatch him out the car. Don't laugh at that shit. Ain't funny.
Might see them titties and think he a trans. It's them titties. The titties will give you away, child.
They look real.
They do look very real. Speaking of titties, so I heard that of course, a lot of people be body shaming other folks, but I heard that people body shaming Ness being in her car, because she's a full figured woman, not fully figured, but she's nice and thick in places. But people was talking about her being big in her car, and I'm just like, but these are the same people that are big and can't fit in cars. Can't even put on a seatbelt without it looking like a murder scene. Like, you fight with a seatbelt. You gotta be kidding me. Y'all the same folks that be fighting with seatbelts. You won't put a seatbelt on to save your life because it can take your life at the same time. It is beyond me that these people feel the need. You know what I'm saying? Like the audacity and nerve of you.
That is crazy.
You can't put a seatbelt on to save your life because it will take your life, okay? It will snatch you up out of here, choke you to death. You can't get an extender to fit across your fat ass, but you're going to talk about somebody else being fat? Come on, like, make it make sense. I get that in your head, you are a skinny woman. I get that. You can tell by the amount of filter that you put on a picture that don't look nothing like you by the time you're done with it. But it, like, the reality that a lot of these people live in is delusion. It really is. It really is delusion. It's sad. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Crazy. crazy.
We're not being bad. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Patricia, how
No.
you doing?
Hey, Internet Granny, how are you? I'm just saying, it don't make no sense. It really don't. It don't make no sense. And also, was listening to Kimmy's live, and of course she was dressing. She was not dressing. Lord knows that'd be a whole bunch of drapes and curtains. But she was addressing Brianna, talking about how she's not talking about anything that's not 2025 and to 2026. She's not talking about anything in the past because that, and that seems to be their new mantra for their trifecta plus one, that they're not talking about anything old because they're so past it. But it's like, if in fact there is a situation that happened to be past in which somebody painted in a light in which it was not true, then of course the other person has every right to talk about their truth. You don't have to honor it because it's their truth and what they witnessed, but because again it makes you look a certain way to new people that are drinking to you. Unfortunately, you try to correct that. Like, well, I'm a good girl. I'm a nice person. Like you were a son of a bitch. You were, and still can be. I'm sure, but you talk about, oh well, I was young back then. No, nobody gets a pass. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you were.
You right. You don't get a
still
pass
are.
for doing
And still
you
are.
don't get a pass for doing fuck shit at 25 because you're that doesn't happen. For some reason that seems to be the thing. Like, oh, it's okay. Like, no, you are 21 for a reason. Your driver's license or whatever form of identification you have says under 21 and 21 for a reason. At 21, you are legally an adult. Now, mentally, how you act and do it, well, that's on you. But it has nothing to do with, and like the law have everything on you to go, oh, well, you're 21 and you don't know any better. No, bitch, you're getting charged as an adult for the fuck shit.
Right.
So, with that said, you doing shit at 25 and doing shit at 30 makes no difference. You doing shit.
Because who you are is who you'll be for the rest of your life. Has nothing to do with the number.
That's just it. And because you weren't able to participate in fuck shit and be the it girl, you ran to this, and this gave you an opportunity to be somewhat of an it girl. So now you take that and you kind of, these people beneath me and that, but it's so much better. But y'all out here, you out here buying favor from people that people can't even go against you or say, you know what, no, I think that was wrong, because you out here paying you paying people in the background. Get the fuck out of here. Like, it just makes no sense. Like,
somebody got money.
I mean, I don't know if she had any 8 kids. That's a lot of money to go spread around. 8 kids, well, 9 in total. You got a whole grown man kid with 8 kids. That'll money. That'll sing you out. But
just good at spreading.
Yeah. the image
I would just nope, wouldn't do that. That'd be fucked. Be all fucked up.
Oh my god. Oh, how do you spread that? How do you even
look.
Ain't no way. There's no way you do that. How do you even spread that? Like, it's gotta be some kind of mechanism. There's no way. Like, no. Not seeing that sideways potato shape. There's no way you
sideways potato.
I don't know, but anyway. So yeah, that was that. What else had happened? Yeah, that other person had a call in. It didn't really go that great, but it was his first one, so hopefully, I guess the one may be better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anything else is really worth what you call it. I think Lemon is having his trip soon. This thing is supposed to be coming up.
Repeat what you just said.
I said Lemon is supposed to be having his Vegas trip soon. I think it's supposed to be coming up. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I don't know really what else is going on.
See if we can't get something out of that Vegas trip.
Good luck with that. Gorillas are dancing. Gorillas are back dancing. So that's something to look at if you're into that type of thing. And losing weight. I know girls lost weight. I didn't know they did. I thought it was. I always thought
they were bulky, just big and bulky.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I guess if it's not muscle either.
Yeah, apparently, surprise, learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But
well, it's a new year.
To them.
You know, people have new stuff that they're going to try. Good luck in their endeavors.
I guess the zookeeper is, giving them a new diet, so I guess that works. Yeah. They're trying to keep the zoo animals healthy
Ozempic
in the new year. I guess so.
Doing Ozempic or something.
Oh yeah. Ozempic, yeah, something like that.
What are the side effects of that stuff?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know.
They all look like a Reverend Al. That's what they have. That's the side effect.
Yeah, bobblehead.
Your head gets bigger while your body shrinks away.
Looking like Star Jones and shit. Everybody just walking around with big old heads, big old
heads. Mm-hmm. They're probably hungry as fuck
until they level out and shit. But Gorillas is dancing. So I guess that's the New Year thing. Welcome to 2026. We got gorillas out in the street dancing. But more power to them.
Yeah, too much.
It's amazing what the zoo can do. So support your local zoos, everybody. They do great work.
And pass the plate for the pastor so he can get his printer.
Yes, and please make sure y'all donate to Jay Hustles. Okay, so he can get Jay Hustles, so he can get that printer going. Okay, Jay Hustles, so he can get that printer.
Where's Mark? Mark work.
But this is what I'm saying. With all these people, how do you have relations?
Does he still have a Lyric?
And you can't. I don't know. Lyric been busting his ass lately. Lyric popped him again. Lyric gave him a 2-piece again.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Get sick of that shit.
I'll do something. She's a bitch. I told you stop playing with me. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop. She put the paws on him for real. She put the paws in there for real a second time.
Oh, that ain't good.
No, it ain't. It really ain't.
I mean, when they do that,
y'all sitting worried about Rico and his dogs. Y'all need to be worried about Lyric too.
About that.
Y'all need to be calling, making sure Lyric okay too. I'm just saying, for those of you that are dog lovers so much, make sure Lyric all right too, because she putting her paws.
Something wrong. She got to be fighting them all my life. I've got to fight.
I got to fight to eat here. I got to fight to eat here. You sit up here eating on my food. You sit up here eating on my food with your fat ass. I didn't even have no Alpo to myself.
Always
These
look.
Are bacon bits. These are bacon bits.
A dog ain't safe in a house full of homosexuals.
Oh God, you're dumb.
Ain't safe. A dog child ain't safe.
You can't be sitting up here talking about being in relation. None of these people could be talking about being in relation, but yet you're always out here asking and begging. Ask the person that you're with. I just really personally can't see it. Just the man myself, I cannot see it. You with somebody and they are begging people to donate to you, and yet you can sit here and talk about, oh well, yeah, man, my partner, my this, my husband, my who is allowing you to do that? And it's okay with it. I get it. The fun and oh, we'll make that money, whatever. But at the end of the day, you don't feel no way about that. That you can go out and drop $50 or $150 on a printer without having to ask. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be fucking kidding me. But yeah, I think that fucking Apple, they out there fighting over bacon bits and was it? It's not bacon. What's that shit? It's not bacon. Bacon.
That's my treats. My treats.
Tired of you eating my treats, bitch. Y'all need to really see about that. That's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. So
that's funny.
I don't know.
No, that's funny. That shit is. God damn.
Yeah. You definitely want to check out that. Definitely want to make sure that the dog is okay. Again, if we're checking on all dogs,
that's right.
All dogs are safe and secure and fed and taken care of, then we need to make sure Lyric is taken care of too.
That's right, because we don't. Yeah, and like I said, that's unusual.
Second time she's been aggressive. Second time she put them paws on that motherfucker.
Something going on.
She asked for benefit. That motherfucker came in with that dollar store cheap shit.
What the fuck is this?
You said you sit up here asking for all these cash apps, bitch, and I'm getting the cheap shit from the dollar store.
Right. This shit ain't nothing but filler.
What's up? Throw them hands, bitch. Throw them hands. Jay Hustle.
Yeah, and make sure he shows the dog on camera. Because we're gonna see if, as long as we don't see no ribs or anything, we'll make sure the dog doesn't look emaciated.
Child looking like one of them greyhound dogs. They be recent.
But yeah, and the dog's not even a greyhound.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But if y'all like it, I love it.
Yeah, because we don't do that over here in the beef sector.
No.
We take care of animals here.
Which ones? Humans?
I was getting so I was waiting. You like that setup, didn't you? I knew you just couldn't resist. I threw that shit out there like that. I said, watch it, take it raw meat. That's even though you're vegan. Take it raw meat. There you go. Couldn't resist. That is funny.
Oh, you got to because there are some animals out here.
Oh yeah, we done seen a lot of shit. A lot of shits.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad you got your printer.
Oh, for Christmas.
Congratulations.
He said he didn't get coal this year. He said that coal over here, this motherfucker's expensive as shit. Give me a coal burning stove.
That's crazy. Well, no, everything is going up like crazy. So,
yeah,
crazy. But check on your dogs, y'all. Check on your motherfucking dogs.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
it's important.
Make sure your animals are getting water too, because wintertime dries the air out.
Please make sure
they get dehydrated.
Maybe that could be it too. Maybe she was saying, "Bitch, I'm thirsty." I don't know. Maybe
because nobody ever thinks about it. That, and it's colder on the floor because they're so low that you just assuming that they're comfortable and they're not. They're, I mean, even though they run higher temperatures and things like that, but in all seriousness, make sure that they have enough water and a warm place.
Yeah.
Too much.
I'm not doing it. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, so check out King Jives too. He did a live a couple mornings ago with this white evangelical pastor who went into New Birth in the vestibule and start talking about how Jamal Bryant was going to hell and that he had his wife dressed up as Jezebel and just a whole bunch of craziness.
I'm still trying to figure out why is that with that dress? Why? I mean, it is not. I think people look at the photo. You have to be there to understand that was material. It wasn't even sheer material.
It wasn't. It wasn't sheer material.
When they make that, when people have that kind of money, you can have the material dye to your skin color.
Right. Right.
Plain and simple. And she had it dye. It's close to her skin color, which gives it a nude. Because if she was really nude or it was that sheer, you would see the shadows from underneath her breast. She's a woman of a certain age. She has folds and creases. Right. You would see all of that.
You would indeed.
But they looking at these other first ladies that look like that aren't as shapely.
Right.
I don't want to put them down because everybody, as we get older, we all morph. all our shit changed.
Some quick enough.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All your shit changes.
They came out. Some been morphing since they came out. Okay.
Bro. And continue to morph. You will continue to morph until the day you die. All your shit will sag, bag. You pay some money, and then too, who's to say she didn't have work done? Right. But that looks homegrown. That looks homegrown. But then
it wasn't a church event. It wasn't a church event.
Yeah, it wasn't a church event. But they're the ones that seem to be in the most uproar. But then too,
they always are.
Why do we think that first ladies need to have a certain matronly look? I mean, just because you don't had 12 kids don't mean you have to look like you had 12 kids.
Right. And they don't necessarily have a role in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Scripture speaking, like what we decide to do, how we would decide to make that work in a worldly sense is different. Scripture, there is no like minister and then the minister's wife, and there is no such thing. So I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Really confused on that. But
like I said, I think everybody, especially in the church, they always think that their first ladies should look a certain way. It was like, are you
but
kidding?
I'm surprised at the men. I'm not surprised at the men, but I'm surprised at the ministers using like very kind of street terms. They identify or talk about her.
What are they saying? Like
no dignified way. Basically calling her a hoe, and he had her dressing like a hoe and all that type of stuff. That's like, oh, but you're supposed to be a man of God. You can't find nothing else to say.
Why are you looking at this? First of all, why are you looking at this man's wife that way?
Right. Why would you even be calling another woman that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you be calling another woman that? First of all, if in fact, if we and again talk about biblical, if we're in fact, it's the husband, right? It's the husband who's in fact in charge of his household. So if he allows his wife to dress how she chooses to dress and she's comfortable with it, then what the hell to it? It shouldn't matter to anybody else how she's dressed or what she's dressed like.
But this is newfangled, so it means she got her own money. She gonna wear the fuck what she want to fucking wear. That's what that shit boiled down to. She got her own shit. She don't need him.
That too.
Let's see what exactly does
godly
woman supposed to look like. No,
but who's to say what a godly woman is supposed to look like, though? I think that's where we get confused with what we think something should look like. We don't know what a godly woman is supposed to look like. Because if you look at the depictions of female deities, even in African religion, they're not dressed like no maiden. They don't have clothes buttoned up to here. You see the body shape. You see a lot of things. So then what are we saying?
Yeah. And another thing, that is not anybody else's spouse.
Right. She's not the world. She's not married to the world. She's married to her husband.
To him, and he's fine with it.
He bought it. if he bought the dress, so she wore it. Like, you don't have to like it, but it's not your place to call her out her name for wearing this. She's wearing the dress to support her husband. I guess a lot of these first women, if they didn't look like the Brunas of the world, they would probably put that on too. But because they can't, and their husbands are mad because they can't, they feel away. Because if you had a wife that was looking the way she was looking, or had a Beyonce like body, you'd be flaunting that around too. Go ahead, honey, show it out. Wear this.
Does she have children? Does she have children?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
Well, that's half the secret right there. Baby blow you up. They shut all that shit down. You want to fuck up your sex life? Have a baby. Shit.
Body never get right.
Mm-hmm. The Lord said, "Now there'll be none."
Right. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, even that whole concept of Jesus says, "Come as you are," is predicated on if you come comfortable enough for the people in the church to accept you. Not come as you are, just come as you are, as long as you look acceptable to the people in the church. Otherwise they won't accept you, which is not, again, of God. So a lot of this stuff is made up on your own personal feelings to how you feel somebody should be, and not in essence on God and ministry in and of itself.
Well, and you're always going to have that when people are attractive. You're always going to have that regardless. She could be a fucking saint. Yeah. She could bake biscuits for the homeless.
Don't I know it? But
she could buy printers for other pastors, and she would still be talked about and ridiculed.
She would indeed. But at the end of the day, it's nobody, like throwing stones at a glass house. You can't. You worry about your own house. Everybody's so concerned about what somebody else is doing. Worry about your own house, right? Because if you focus on your own house, you don't got to worry about what's going on, because you're too focused on what's going on with you. And I think a lot of these people, especially like a lot of these ministers, the stuff that they were saying was okay, now we talking like street dudes for what? Because another man decided.
I was trying to figure, where's that coming from? In referring to a pastor's wife, to talk first of all, somebody's wife, because that,
right?
But you know what? Too, they wouldn't talk like that if they were face to face with him on the street.
Right.
You want to get your teeth kicked down the throat. You want to fight? Y'all want to fight about something at the gas station? Say something like that out of pocket.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that is true. Very much true.
When I tell you the power of the interwebs.
Yeah,
gave a lot of people a lot of false vibrato.
People wanting their 15 minutes of fame so much, and I think the church has played a big role in that too, trying to go viral to bring in parishioners or bring in people. That was the pastor that said that was the. This is like, I thought you weren't supposed to be like the world. I thought you were supposed to be different. I thought you were supposed to be separate. But all the stuff that you do lets you further know that no, they just like it. Just like it.
Little cults. He said that. I was waiting for you to say and whoring. They whoring too.
And whoring. Yeah, and whoring too. You ain't never lied about that. Then again, it's okay because the grace of God. It's not the grace of God.
As long as I repent before I drop dead, my sins are clean.
Right. But it's so ridiculous to where in which they allow themselves to do that and participate in the bullshit, but yet call themselves different and apart. And more you'll see a lot of these pastors get exposed for the behind the scenes shit that they do, and it's really just like, but you out here preaching, and this is why a lot of this stuff gets exposed. This is why the Donnies of the world get exposed, and all these other people wind up getting exposed, because you live this life, you speak against this stuff, but yet behind the scenes, when the lights are off, until God cuts these lights on, you get to see that you're out here participating, doing the same shit.
Yeah, exactly. So people they fail to realize you're only human,
Yeah, that's it.
and
That's it.
you really shouldn't.
Well, but that's not it either. The parishioners need to understand that too, for the simple fact that
Well, that's because
these people are not God. These people are not God.
and see
They're
that's
not
what it
that
is. They put these people on
person that
pedestals, and
makes.
you can't do that. They are flawed just like you are.
They are human beings. Period. They are human beings.
Matter of fact, half of them are probably in the same bathhouse with you in the next cubicle at the glory hole.
Half. Shit.
Mhm.
More than that.
It's like you don't know. You might have blew your pastor.
Right. Or you might have blew you.
You. That's right. You got anointed.
Baptized with the oil.
The blood. Well, not the blood, but the. Yep.
Crazy.
No, but that's funny. That shit is. That's just funny. They do. They do, and they need to. They really need to stop. You need to remember that these people are human, just like you are, and they have the everyday lives.
Right, they do,
Somewhat.
and they fall, and they fall from grace, and they have participated in things that are not so godly. So when you hear them talking all this,
It all depends on how good it was, whether or not it was godly.
That one's going to hell. This one's going to hell. Take it with take it with a side of what have you done? Almost like a self-reflection, and stop always when I'm tired. I'm sick of sissies. I'm tired of sissies. Like Mother Kelly always told me, I'm tired.
There seems to be a return on that. The return of sissy.
Oh, the
word is that a return? Yeah, I mean, because I'm hearing it an awful lot. My father said this is like back in the '60s because they had no other words. They didn't have the F word. We had to do all that F word shit. We didn't have all the other descriptions, and especially the other descriptions that they have now, the subculture descriptions of people and how they present. And it was just pretty much like sissy. And it's like, what's a sissy? And I think little girls they just called them tomboys. But I'm hearing the resurgence of sissy a lot.
Well,
and I thought that was a long dead word.
No, Mother Kelly always keeps bringing that up. She's one of those ministers. She's a minister, and she's an older lady, so she's like a mother of the church.
And see, that's that generation. My father would have been in that. Yeah. Well, he'd have been 90 something, but he's in that generation, and that's what they refer to gay men as sissies.
Right.
I'm trying to think, was Butch? No, they didn't say Butch. I think it was just they tomboys. They just called women tomboys. Yeah. But then again, even back then, it was more acceptable for lesbians. Because then they could just pass it off as that's they're roommates, and that's how they used to pass it off. Everybody was a roommate, but they only got one room. So they share a bed too. We're past the politics portion. That's in the beginning. If you run back later on. It's pretty heavy. We lighten it up towards the evening because we need to go to bed at a certain time without all this heavy shit. So we try to lighten it up. What is that? You might want to remove yourself from that crap.
Oh yeah, of course. Not millennial gang. Whatever. Yeah, but that's all I got. I don't think I got anything else. And no, I haven't watched the show yet, so don't.
I sent you the file, right? I sent you this whole season. I sent you the whole season. It's one. Yeah, I sent it in the email. I compressed it down. Sent it last week. It should be whatever last Tuesday date was because I sent it right after that.
The email one or the new one? Which one? Because I don't know. I ain't checked that. Which email did you send?
It's probably one of the. It's the Google one.
Okay. I don't know which one that is.
Wait a minute. I could tell you right here. Let's see. Oh, where's this?
Which one? That's Sexy Capone one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, when you said Gmail, I knew which one you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said so much shit to myself. I had to get past that.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I was like, which one? If you would have said the one, did I know? Like, no, I didn't see it because I usually check that one because that one comes directly to my phone. But I.
Yeah, so it's all 8.
All right, I'll check. Oh, I will. Like I said, I haven't watched them by myself, so.
Oh yeah. You can like I said, pack it up, take it with you. But no, you'll be asleep. I keep telling you, you go to sleep on the plane with the white people. But if it's black people and other people of color there, you'll be safe. You can't go to sleep. I wouldn't chance it.
But no, you got to upgrade your seats, okay, so you can sleep comfortably. So no, you had to do that upgrade so I can sleep peacefully. Thank you.
Yeah.
Close my partition and go to sleep.
I was great. Without the help of drugs.
Yes, without the help of drugs or sleeping next or being around people. I need to be to myself. Thank you very much. So I had to drop the little extra ducats on that one, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I emailed the It series.
Oh God.
Yeah, you can.
Hold on. Making sure it's pretty.
What's happening?
No, somebody popped on here, so I just want to make sure that we ain't gonna have no issues that need tissues. Which one can I use? Do we use this one? Yeah, let's use that one. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you guys doing this evening? Hi,
how are you?
I'm doing delicious, brother, and things on this beautiful night, evening.
Sounds like Brett. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm great. I'm even better now. How are you guys? How are you, Nate?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm great. So I just have a quick question, just real quick. I just had to jump up and just real quick, okay? So I heard that boys and things, or ladies and boys or whatever, they're selling their asses for $10 and a pack of cigarettes and things. Okay, yeah.
Now, the one that shipped, you say, is that what you refer to?
I don't like to say names of trash or things like that, but I just had concerns because I heard that I was like, oh my God.
But I'm asking, are you referring to the one that's the same name as you? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not aware of any truth to that. I don't know if that's any truth. Allegedly, the person that even sent him the information might have been a troll. So I'm not sure. Either way, I don't follow that man enough like that.
Oh, I don't either. I don't follow any of them really anymore. Y'all hear my proper bougie voice? Okay. I don't really follow them like that, but like people be in my DMs and I got the things, and sometimes I look, sometimes I don't, and when I do, I'm being petty. So yeah, it's just like questionable things. But I just had to jump up real quick and ask that, and had to come. Yeah, okay. But I'm gonna drop back down.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I don't necessarily know if any of that is true. And and if he is, that's the man's business. Like I don't know where we like get into a space where it's like it's beneath. Like if he is, popping the pussy on a handstand for a pack of cigarettes, that's his business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different than
No, you know what it's called?
pussies on the handstand here.
That's called quick change.
Right. There's no
what that
difference.
is.
There's no difference. There's no difference. You taking a little kid, this is little Ray Ray. Y'all see little Ray Ray? Oh, my baby Ray Ray. And then y'all sitting up there flooding cash apps because they showing this baby up on the screen. Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like a hustle is a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so
if you paying bills, putting food on the table, and that's how you do it, and it does well for you, but don't undersell yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't serving you now, you ain't really no more from it, let the shit go. But all I'm saying is, it's like I'm not.
And just be careful out here. Just be careful out here.
Yeah,
Look, that was one of the first things. What do you think? One of the first things for sale was when we climbed out of the slimy water.
Right.
Ass and pussy.
Whatever you had. Right. What you had on you.
I want a coconut. What do you got? Ass.
Right. How you gonna pay me?
Can I sit by your fire? How much would it cost for me to sit by your fire? Ass. Right. They have a group of monkeys that do that. That they it's like it is an actual bartering for you're paying for a service. They actually have a group of monkeys that do that. Now I don't think they'll use monkeys here and here in the stateside in Philadelphia. I mean Pittsburgh.
They also big monkeys.
Yeah, but they sure do. They will for food, for favors and food and for protection. You sold sex. Yeah. That's what it is.
For a ride.
But yeah. You said for a ride.
Help me, please.
Bitch, you threw me with that one. You literally threw me with that one. You got me on that one. Because that was like somebody slamming on the fucking brakes. Like, yep. Oh, like, God damn.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. And we're not. Again, there's a lot. To be honest with you, there's a lot of things that I wish Rico the barber would not do. Like, I wish he would stop entertaining the people with explaining yourselves or telling your story. It is what it is. People constantly use you and use your story to make content. If you stop giving it to them,
but then they weaponize it. See,
right? But but you give it to them to weaponize it. You give it to them. If you give it to them, they wouldn't weaponize it because they wouldn't have nothing to weaponize.
They will throw it in your face.
Yeah,
because they're not mature enough to understand that people are trying to make a living. They're trying to get through this world the best way they can. Everybody's not a scholar, depending upon your background. Some people just, the holes that they're in are just so deep that it just doesn't seem feasible. If I can make more money than working at Rite Aid's, and it puts a roof over my head, and it gives, it pays for my transportation and shit, and it is something that I kind of like to do, because that's another thing too. I don't think anybody ever discusses that, I'm not in a relationship or whatever.
Right.
I do enjoy sex. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. I like different partners, and I can get paid for it too. You have to kind of look at it that way. But a lot of people aren't that far in their thinking. But grandma was my favorite thing. Grandma was, granddad been dead for 30 years. But she got a new hot water heater and a printer.
But that's the thing. People talk the shit, but yet they get caught out there doing the same shit. How you in a whole fledged relationship, but every time we see you going live, your jack is going off, which is a whole hookup app. But you're in a relationship. Now,
what is this new one? Sniffies? Is that old or new? Sniffies?
No, that's fairly new. But it's like if you're doing that and you're in this healthy relationship, one of the things are going on. Y'all both out here playing, which means y'all in a relationship with y'all playing, or you're not in a relationship and y'all just friends. But of course, I don't want to tell YouTube that because they're gonna drag you for it. So you continue this kind of facade that you have this relationship, yet still every time you turn around, it's why we keep hearing that. If you in this,
you know what that is? They're picking up shifts.
So I mean,
that's what they doing.
You call out another person for how they choose to live and partners that they choose to engage in when you're doing the same shit, but it just buttoned it up nicer and neater that it's more acceptable for you to do whatever you're doing.
A lot of times too it is all in the packaging.
Then you see somebody doing it in their raw state, then it's like, you're like the man said, it don't stop him from getting dick or ass, whatever he to get. That's his business. So then what's the issue? Of course, we wouldn't live like, I wouldn't choose to live like that. It's not my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my life. You can show someone a better life, but it's up to them to want to follow through and take it. And I think with all this kind of just you giving them stuff, they throwing it back in your face. You giving them stuff, they throwing it back in your face. When do you just stop? Because the best revenge is to get quiet and get a good hustle up and come back and everybody be like, oh shit, that's the best. Right. That's the best. Motherfuckers talk about, oh, he broke, he couldn't do this and couldn't do that. Bitch, it's a brand new car outside my apartment and I fucking go on trips that I pay top dollar for. How you broke? Who does that broke?
That's right. The best revenge is success. You doing well. You ain't out here begging for money.
That's what I'm saying. You're not here begging. Nobody's heard me talk about any woes that's happening to me. You ain't heard me, this is happening, that is happening. You ain't heard shit. So then, therefore, what's the issue? Because if you got it, and that's just it. It's nothing needs to be said. But again, these people think because they talk a good game that, they really making it. Because they make it look. You can make anything look nice.
Yeah.
There's kinds of broke motherfuckers on Instagram. Trust and believe it. A filter and everything else can do wonders. I can cross some people and be like, you look familiar. Instagram? And then walk away like, God damn. Wow. What a filter. Oh, what a filter. And they'd be like, oh, you look like your pictures. Yeah, but you don't.
No, you paid good money for that filter.
Oh my God. Because they'd be like, wow. I just came across somebody a couple of days ago and was like, oh God. Okay. All right. That's all I can say. I was just like, I had to go back on Instagram to look and make sure. Like, no, that was just God damn. Must be an AI, top dollar AI.
You say AI.
My God.
Right.
It's like you look roundabout here. That's the only reason I was like, nah. And it's like, no, that's me. I'm like, okay, walked away like, like, oh my God, that's crazy. Who does that?
That is funny.
Okay, but I mean, I guess it works. But again, it's not everybody's walk is different. How you got to your destination will be different how somebody else gets to their destination. All I can say is don't give up on your journey, but you got to stop this. Like this is not conducive. You won't go anywhere but going around in circles chasing your tail. if you following behind these stories and lines that people put on you instead of just taking a step back, focusing truly on you, getting yourself right and together to the point where nobody won't be able to shit out you at all because they can't. But doing this back and forth while you still trying to figure out, what is and what will be, it's not going to work.
Yeah. You have to need to take the opportunity while you're making some money to build up to get you to that point where you can make that leap.
Yeah. But you
just can't keep doing it. You do have an expiration date.
Sure.
You do have an expiration date. That ass will eventually wear out.
Yeah,
that dick will eventually wear out. Those services will eventually wear out.
Not so only that, nobody ain't gonna want it. Just like when we were young at some point and older people would be, hey, you'd be like, old man. They can look at you like that. You're gonna be an old man, chasing after somebody young, and they're not gonna want you. So you have to be prepared that time will soon come. Now, we all can't be a captivating and interesting way in which, younger people be like, please move along. Move along. What's your goals in life? That is the conversation. What's your goals in life? I'm trying to see. No, not me. Can't go that way. Thank you. But it happens. It's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens in life. You become older, and then there's young people that come up behind you, and then you're no longer that person. You fall out of favor. So this kind of I'm young, or I'm da 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 da. That won't last.
Especially in your community,
right? Shit, in the community, bitch, 25 is old for some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get like 25, 30, they start looking at you like, oh, you need to start settling down.
I mean, but that is that's a strictly a male thing, regardless. Male or male train of thought, whether looking at a male or female.
Right.
It's always that age thing. So that's across. I mean, because remember too, you're dealing with men, and the thought pattern is just the same.
Now listen, I ain't into raising no goddamn kids, so that's never been my mentor. Yes, but not no. Show me through life. No, you gotta have your shit together. I'm not here.
Right.
I'm not here to. Unless I'm being a mentor, I'm not here to guide you. And even in that, still have some sort of drive in you, right? It's not let me take you through here. Let me take you through here. I'm not here to nobody through no. that's not my ministry. I'm sorry. Not at all.
Oh, Obi-Wan.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all about growth.
Is it 31 to 29th? All right.
Yeah, it's really all about growth, and it's like at some point you have to change, right? Your habits have to change. Something, if you want better, you have to change where you are in order to do that. So hopefully that happens for him. I just wish he would just stop because it doesn't help. So I think that's crazy.
Stop bringing that. Stop bringing your point of your. Stop bringing that part of your business up here.
Yeah,
because let's be realistic. You're giving other people content.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. But they all do that, especially with the hustle thing. It's like, I can't believe y'all sitting up here giving this man content, and then y'all mad that he making money off your backs. You giving him the content. You're literally giving it to him. And then you get mad because he's taking it and making money and flipping it, twisting it, turning it, shaking it down.
Yeah, milk it for what it is.
Right, milking it to get every dime he can out of it. To the point where now he's releasing, they're going to talk about, I wouldn't do it. People being real soft on you because they don't really want to go hard on you is what he kind of mentioned in one of his lives referring to me with the ODS situation. But you get emails from Trademark and now put them out, and that's okay. but you ain't had nothing to do with the situation. Nothing at all. You weren't even involved in the situation, but you took it upon yourself to do that. Like, get the fuck out of here. So hypocrite, but that's what he is. He's a hypocrite. In the full fledged. Like, it makes no sense. Talk Bible 1 minute, but yet you fucking bitches and hoes and all the listen here, bitch, and y'all eat it. Y'all eat it up. But then be next breath. Oh, but he's supposed to be a pastor. Where? He's supposed to be a man of God. He playing with God. How? How is he playing with God? He playing with y'all. He ain't playing with God.
He does get down on his knees, don't he?
When he in the gym, working out his jaws. But them titties ain't moving. Them titties shall not be moved. Okay. I don't care how much you strap down. Them titties ain't going nowhere. Them titties ain't going. That shit be that titty be right on top of that seatbelt. That titty. That titty be
right on top of the seatbelt. You'll be like, you gotta lift it up to slide the belt.
He don't see the problem is he don't pull it out far enough.
It
comes and straps across.
Yeah, but then too when you put it on and it really cuts deep and it probably
it cut deep right up under that titty. And that titty just be sitting there, just bloop. I'll be like, God damn. You go from one extreme to the next. One bitch can't even put on a seatbelt unless it'll kill her. And the other bitch can't save his life. It is titty.
You're
not
stupid. Damn, you hear on the news, woman found dead in the Mercedes, strangled by a seatbelt.
Would she be found dead in the Mercedes, really? I mean, with all that blubber, I don't think it'd be like having an airbag in a human.
Be frozen.
Just
it is wintertime. It'll take a couple of days. She must have sat in that car alive for 2 weeks.
Just a whole
just burning off what she had.
I mean, more power to her.
That'll be the only time you glad you asked for extra.
Like I said, more power to Mercedes. Shout out to Mercedes-Benz for building a beast of a vehicle that can hold the beast.
Ford tough. Ford
that can hold the beast. Because I'm sure them shocks is screaming. Oh God, them shocks is screaming. Them shocks, them tires, that whole undercarriage, bitch. You can't tell me that motherfucker don't be like rocking when every time that bitch sit down and get up. That shit be like like a low rider and shit. That should be moving.
Can you see Ice snatching her out the car? It'd be like talking to pulling. It'd be like, you know what they're saying? Never mind. You a citizen. Never mind.
They would take the whole car. They put the car on a fucking flatbed and just take the car with her in it. This ain't no way they dragging her out. Dragging her out where? Okay. Dragging her out where? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Too much.
But again, it's just crazy. So I don't know. You said who drives around in a car all day? People do who don't have homes. Drive around in cars all day.
It's a lot of people. A lot of people. A whole lot of people. People you don't even know. Wouldn't just.
I'm telling you, these people that be doing this, you better watch them. They doing this for a reason. Because you can't see what's behind them. Okay, they're not showing you where they living because they ain't living where they should be living or how they should be living. So this is what you get to see.
Why I hear a highway in the background? I thought you lived by the park.
Right. Why we hear all these sirens? It's because you're on the main street with the peoples. Like, come on. The only time you get a good meal or a night's sleep is in a hotel when you done escaped enough money out of the people to get a room.
Right.
And then you want to have concerts.
Right.
To other people's music. And y'all people fall for it. Oh, well, you can't fault who you like. No, you can't. You can like who you like, but it's about reality too.
Yeah.
People out here shaking people down, and instead of you
Mhm.
just either keeping your mouth shut about it, no, you want. Well, I don't keep. Oh, you shaking motherfuckers down. They shaking motherfuckers down for change. Plain and simple. Motherfuckers out here ain't got a pot to piss, a window, anything to throw anything out of, but yet always talking about the next person. How? How? But they got so many businesses and so much stuff, and this is a business and that's a business, and nothing but scams. 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 They learned it from church. Jay Hustle learned it from church.
Yeah.
The way you learn from, where you think the church allegedly is in the choir allegedly is in the house name. It's a scam church.
Right. Big time.
They
It
can't
always
get the
reminded me
government
of.
can't snatch
I was
something
going to
that's
say,
in the
yep.
church name.
Mm-hmm. It's the next best thing to working working in the government. Work for
Yeah,
the
right.
church. Have all that
In
free money.
Congress.
All you have to do is say words. That's
That's
it.
it. I got an
Especially now because
Airbnb
the
to help.
church doesn't do.
I got Airbnb to help people in the community. Church.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because most of them don't
What
even work
community?
within the community anymore.
Mm-mm.
The church used to work in the community.
Yeah.
Pastors um, used to actually have jobs. Now
Right.
they actually think that they're not
used to be their
supposed to. I guess
side
they get
job.
get offended. Repeat what you said.
Yeah.
You
This used to be
you
their
buffered.
side job. Preaching
Yes,
used
preaching
to
used
be
to be a
their
set.
side job.
Mm-hmm.
They would have a main job and then preach on Sunday as a little side thing, get a little extra money or whatever, and do that sort of thing, the chitlet circuit and all that. But this has
Yeah.
become their main bread and butter now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because they don't, and
and
probably get offended if you ask them what is your main job.
right, and then these motherfuckers out here asking. I seen the clip the day, man asking for $10,000 from his parishioners. You got to be fucking kidding me!
I just told him sell some pussy, holy pussy.
But how are
It's
you
been sprinkled.
asking for
It's been
$10,000
sprinkled.
from parishioners, regardless of how or even what their income is? That's something you have a board for. That's something you have trustees for.
Mm-hmm.
And you ask them for that money for whatever you're doing. But you asking parishioners for that money,
Right.
and they riding around here taking the bus, Uber, walking, and all this.
Yeah, and,
You got to be kidding. And then talking about if they're not doing it, they're not in God's favor.
right, and always that
Come on,
church.
listen.
The church fund.
Right.
The
building fund.
we
It
still
ain't
had
built
that leaky
shit.
roof.
That ain't built shit. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But again, then they transfer that to here. And everything's the money. Everything's I'm sick. I'm near death, y'all. But these cash apps is bringing me back to life. Bitch, no.
Yeah, because everybody here knows the actual reach of the internet. You can reach people without even leaving your home.
Right.
You don't have to move. You ain't got to put no pants on. All you got to do is put a top on and a bra. That's
you ain't
it.
Got to do that because all they do is this. That's
right.
it.
No, but they will want to. They done had enough slips. I done seen enough shit that I wasn't supposed to see.
I'm so sick, y'all. I'm so sick. I'm so sick near death, but I wish that boy get hit like the day I hit last week. How you out here on your deathbed wishing death on somebody else and then wondering why you sick and afflicted? That's why. That's why. You will stay sick and afflicted because you keep wishing death on somebody else.
Right.
Like, hell. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Because then when nobody has money, then what? Then what?
We gotta have a contest. We gotta sell some. We gotta sell some.
Right, and then the contest. Right, then the contest be bullshit. Contest be bullshit because I'm stopping the pot at so and so. You don't know how much money has been raised past the pot. And I'm sure it's a lot. But people get to one for me, two, and you play the game until you get shaken down by somebody like a Heidi Fly, and then but you play my shit again. I want my money, and you wind up getting a little bit.
Right.
But I mean, again, it's the hustle. It's the church hustle. That's Jay Hustles. That's all I got to say. Y'all keep fucking around with Jay Hustles. Keep fucking around with him.
Lyric might come at
the coin. The coin keep me here. The coin keep me here, bitch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. It ain't everything. It ain't everything.
Sold your soul.
Yeah.
To that internet devil.
That's it. That's it. That is it. That's all. You know, that's usually what it's like when you ain't had nothing in life. You thirst after stuff that you know. You be like going with the wind. That home bitch like, I will never be poor again. I will never be that's your mentality for life. You be Scarlett O'Hara for life. You will never be that poor again. So you will do any and everything. You damn near sell your soul, the people around you, make sure you will never be that poor again because you vowed to never be that poor.
Never.
And that's exactly right. Never, ever, ever. So, and you
somebody
know,
say, "Come on, Miss Scarlett. Come on, Miss Scarlett.
You gotta get out of here." But that's what it is. That's truly what it is. It's it's sad. Some of us has all had humble beginnings, right? But to the level where in which you treat people like this and you do this to people, and then you say, "Well, they bring it on my platform." Yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have to do it the way you're doing it.
Yeah,
you don't have to utilize these people and their pain and their hurt and their abilities, whatever.
Yeah, because that's what, in essence, that's what you're getting paid.
Right. To manipulate.
What you can do is, if you're a good commentator, learn how to soften it. You clean it up a bit. It don't make it sound as harsh. You do have that control.
You can't do that. That don't make no money. That don't make no money.
It doesn't make no money. No, but I'm just saying to be a good one. If you're still going to have run content like that.
Good at it, but even if you soften it up, if you're good at it, the people will still watch. That's the thing. Everybody here thinks that you cussing the motherfucker out.
Yeah, you don't have to be raw.
You don't have to be that way all the time. That doesn't even have to be you all the time. It's like like you don't have to be. In certain situations, you don't have to be that person. Like, you don't even have to intervene yourself in this shit. Because that was between two grown-ass men. There's no children or nobody of any kind of age involved where you need to be concerned. So there's no reason for you to get involved in that. And then petition to get the information, and then I got the information. Keep antagonizing because the other person is going to then go, well, and push the envelope to make you do it. And then you go and put it out there. For what? For what? And you out here looking stupid. But because it didn't, and then, oh, well, if you want to hear more, y'all got to pay me by a certain time. I'm not going to. What are you doing? Again, but you're not worried and you're financially stable and all this bullshit. Nobody who's financially stable does that.
Right.
Nobody.
I bet you a lot of people go here and do this. Click. Shit right off.
Right. Basically, that's just screaming. You're poor. You need the money. So you just do anything to get any little piece of money that you need to get. And that's just it. Because nobody has kind of financial anything will do that to anything. It's not that it's not that important.
Right, a fraud.
Again, There's a difference when this is a hobby and it's a job. For a lot of these mofos, it's a job. Point blank and period. When he say 1099s, that's why he says it, because it's a job.
Right.
This ain't no part-time gig. This is a full-time job.
This is work. This is work.
Okay?
That bitch said at his cubicle.
Right. Basically, you are his co-workers. Okay? And when he cuts
How many times have we heard that?
Right. He is
believe it. Because that's the mindset that he has.
That's why there's no friends on YouTube, because there's friends at work. You can't fraternize at work. That's why. Because there's no fraternization at work. But I don't work where you work. I don't work for whom you work for. So we don't work under the same guys. So yeah, I can have friends on YouTube because this is not my job. It's not even a part-time. It is clearly just a hobby. That I enjoy with people who enjoy sharing it with me. But when you're a desperate bitch, and you'll do anything to keep some money flowing. And you got to do what you got to do. And that goes for a lot of them. It's desperation. It's not, I get numbers and people get mad. No, it's desperation. Because if you get the numbers, you ain't got to do all the extra. Desperate ass bitches. But anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got. And then there was this clip of what's that guy's name? Which I don't have issue with him at all, but there was this little darkness thing going on his teeth. But it might be because he wear like those gold caps or something.
Oh, the fronts. They turn your teeth.
His
teeth black.
What's his name? YouTube cartoons or something, whatever his name is. But the young guy who usually talks about some of the beef sector commentaries is the YouTube cartoon or YouTube beef cartoon. There was a picture of that they have floating on a lipstick alley with is like somebody's like he puts the mic in front of his mouth because you don't get to see his teeth, but his teeth is real black as shit. And looks like it was a little something going on right there in his teeth. But I mean, I would equate it from him having gold fronts and stuff because a lot of times people that have
probably eat in them and decay and maybe the metal. The metal may interact with your dental enamel. And then, but no, you know what it is? When you're smoking.
Yep. Wow.
When you're smoking, have that tar nicotine and the smoking weed and all the rest of that shit. And he probably never takes them out.
He took him out that time when he was doing that little split. I don't know what was going on up there, but they looked kind of crazy. It did look.
Sound like he needs some baking soda and peroxide.
Baking soda.
Yeah, old people shit. Some of that old people shit. That shit work. Yeah, take those stains right off.
Squeeze a little lemon on it.
It's like a cocktail. Too much.
Rinse around and gargle with some salt water.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Stop putting them things in your mouth.
And
take them out every night.
That's right. Take them out. Stop putting them things in your mouth. Put them in some something else to soak them.
Probably some poly grip, the denture grip or whatever that shit is. That cleans your dentures. Because you're gonna have buildup on the inside because it's just the molding of your teeth. Yeah. So you can't really let's say have like a little brush or something that you can go on the inside and clean those things out. There's no way of
you did a little toothbrush or something, and you do a little scraping and scrubbing and
shit. It might be all. It might be cavities and stuff. They put them in and you was I guess to pass off as
Yeah.
he had his
Yes.
whole front done permanently, and it wasn't permanent. Probably
Well,
got that shit from Timu.
I got Timu machine glow.
Yeah, pop that shit in there.
Yeah, just
You say just go to the
yeah,
dental. No, they're gonna probably
yeah,
say go to the
that too.
dentist. I never understood that people would go and they have goals, but they would never go to the dentist.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, go to the dentist to
Oh yeah, my brother.
get the shit straight.
Years ago, when I was younger, my older brother was in that phase, and I'd be like, "Oh, that is gross."
Why don't you get braces? I never understood that either. You get molds for gold fronts and shit, but your teeth all jacked all over. They humping on each other.
God bless. I got a good like that, and his teeth are so jacked, but he's got gold fronts in his mouth, and it's like, but your teeth are crowded. It looks like a cluster.
Yeah. Yeah, just move them all around, and then when you get the gold, now it's a gold cluster.
Gold nugget. Yeah, it looks like
I was gonna say now it's a nugget.
It's clustered together. And it's like, God, you want to get your teeth straight.
Goals used to be the thing around here.
I love you.
Goals used to. There would be a long line downtown at the dentist's office. Kids ain't never seen a dentist in a day of their life, but they'll go and get a gold tooth.
Looking crazy. Absolutely crazy. But anyway, yep, that is all I got. Look, 2:30. You got me for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, one quick thing.
Yes, sir.
Flipping back to the ICE officer.
Flip flop. Flip flop.
He has a GoFundMe, right? And they done raised almost $1 million some odd dollars.
Almost $1 million. I'm sure. Because again, hatred and bigotry seems to really pay in quiet circles. Like you won't publicly see who's donating, but amazingly, for the racist shit that these people do, even with the dude who lost his job for calling the black woman and the young kid N-word, and then he's going around threatening looking crazy. He's lost his job and everything. He's on the circuit too, begging for money that he can't take care of his 2-year-old son, and they're raising donations. He's at $300,000 to $400,000 currently right now. So it is amazing to me how these people get this type of support, and it is okay. Like even Carl Rittenhouse done ran through his money already. Point where now they don't want nothing to do with him. You know,
don't last forever.
Money. Right, you done gave him all this money, praise this man, and now y'all don't want nothing to do with him. He can't even.
He probably working for ICE now. He's probably working for ICE.
He need to be working for somebody. George Zimmerman, another one. This fat motherfucker, old Spanish mix. I wish I was fully white. Did what he did to Trayvon Martin. Got all famous, made a lot of money. Now he broke as a joke and can't get. It's like this false reality hope bullshit that y'all put these motherfuckers on. Throw all this money at them, and then all of a sudden, then poof, gone. Now you know where they found they really need support after the cameras and all the shit's over. Like, miss me with the stupid shit.
And another real quick thing: be careful of these white liberals. Because I was watching some clips today. I was watching some clips, and of course, they were protesting up north, and they had the ICE officers, forming a line, a barrier, and of course, the protesters were on the other side, and they were holding their signs and stuff, and a woman and an officer were having a conversation, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not mad at you." The same thing. I'm not mad at you. Whatever, blah 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 blah. And it's like, but I know you wouldn't give me a hug, that type of thing. And he's like, "Why would you think I wouldn't?" It's like here they're having a conversation when you're blocks away from when this woman got popped in the head. Okay, and you're having this conversation
away from where they killed George Floyd, actually.
Right, just blocks away. It's just something about that whole area. And then he goes up and she goes in and they give each other a hug. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? You'll never get anything done. You're not angry enough. That's why I keep saying they have to seriously hurt.
Yeah, well, well, because they know at the end of the day, they look at it. Oh, well, that was just an accident. They wouldn't really do that to us. It's like, no, when you get the reality that it will happen to you, that you will be the next white woman, then they'll start to feel it. But they haven't felt it yet because it hasn't been a repeat occurrence. It's always been a fluke of a moment. Oh,
Right.
they did. If they wouldn't have left or tried to avert the police, they're not police. They're not police. That's propaganda bullshit.
He said paid protesters. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was crazy because even their whole. But whenever they go out and they march for anything, why does it always seem like a parade? It's like it's a good time. We're all together. Yeah,
Right,
we're the
again,
like one woman said. What?
They don't get
Oh,
met
one
with
woman.
the same aggression.
Yeah, but one woman said they ought to have something for the kids to do. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Are you
Yeah.
serious? If you lost your mind.
No, because to them, this type of stuff is just like, oh, it's an event. We get the bouncy camp, we get the little bouncy castle, we get everything. Oh, it's fun. We got popcorn and the Ferris wheel.
Yeah,
It's like, no,
and that was
people
when.
dying out here.
That's right, and that was when they took the abortion rights away.
Right.
I said they literally playing in your pussy, and you worried about you. I said you're not angry.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you
No.
may be old enough where kids aren't even what you think about now, but you have to think about all these other women that have now died because they needed medical procedures.
Yes.
It's
But
not that they
again,
really wanted to have an abortion, but you have that choice. Whether the fetus is viable or your life.
But it's not a
that
thing
type of
for them
thing.
because it's not a reality for them. They know, in a sense, that granted it may hurt them in a sense, but it's not geared towards them. They know who it is towards because they sitting right there with the white man. He's telling them who is geared towards completely, although same time lying to them straight to their face. But he's telling them who is geared towards. So they well, we could just bear for a little while, but it's not gonna hurt us until it hurts. And then it's oh wait, it's not supposed to like them. I will for Donald Trump. Them motherfuckers. They lied to us. They lied to us. They've been lying to you. They've been lying to you because they went and snatched up your documented asses. Now all of a sudden y'all want to cry. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Because y'all already knew it wasn't a whole lot of
Donald Trump.
Right. You know it wasn't a whole lot of elite in the fire that was really doing criminal activity. You know that.
Help me, Donald Trump. You have my husband with his name is Manny.
How many minutes we got in this motherfucker? But then again, you wanting to be this is right. White is success, or the closest you get to whiteness, you kind of gain some kind of success. This is what they've been chasing. And I'm sorry to say, but the closest you try to get to whiteness, they will always show and tell you that you are not them. Sorry.
Right.
I don't care who you marry, how white you try to make your lineage. And you sitting up there got a whole Martinez last name, but you got blonde haired and blue eyed kids. Sorry for you. You and your blue eyed Martinez's will be shipping it right across the border with whomever or wherever you came from, because again, they don't consider you to be them. They're looking for full-blood, full-on saltines. They're not looking for partial saltines, a little bits, a little. No, they want who they want, and you ain't it. But they will use you to get in to where you got to get power. Then after that, they will show you that they don't need you.
Right.
Go for white women too. So y'all better get y'all shit together.
We won't have no shit.
I mean, that's just it. That's all. Other than that, that's all. Anything? Any last words?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So everybody have a great night, and until next time, it was a pleasure. Peace.